Okay, this week with Bases and Balls, Guardians broadcaster Jim Rosenhaus with us here on WAKR. Rosie, I guess let's start up because there seems to be a lot of excitement. Cobb and Matthew Boyd not too far away. What do you know about these two veterans coming back to the roster for us with our Guardians?
Well, it's looking good for both. Cobb's going to start the night game Friday against the Twins, so that's really encouraging news. And his one rehab start since being acquired was really strong. He was coming back from a blister, so it's a small thing, but a big thing when you're trying to throw a baseball. But his arm is great, so that's good, and the blister held up, so he's in good shape for the Friday nighter against the Twins. And then it looks like for Matthew Boyd, he threw really well on Wednesday in a rehab assignment, and I think his next start's going to be for Cleveland. It sure seems that way, unless there's something different that they just want him to get one more. But he was very impressive for Columbus, 6 innings and a little bit more than 60 pitches, so he was really efficient, and they need some of that. They're looking forward to that, both of them coming back.
Yeah, it's certainly going to change the landscape right now of our starting pitchers because right now you got 2 or 3 guys and we're kind of plugging some holes in everything. And it's normally the strength of this baseball team, right? Is our starting pitching. Talk about where you see in every pitch this year, Rosie, the starting pitching staff awaiting Cobb and Boyd to come in.
It's been a weak point, honestly. I mean, I think 12th or 13th in starting pitching ERA in the American League, which you're right, it is unusual. The injury to Shane Bieber hurt. The injury in spring training to Gavin Williams, it cost him 3 months. I think that hurt as well. He's still trying to find it on his way back. But, the rest of them, they've gotten a great surprise from Ben Lively, who's been way better than maybe it's just because we didn't know about him, but there wasn't a track record that indicated the type of season that he's having. And Tanner Bybee, of course, has been really good. But you combo some of the injuries with the ineffectiveness of Tristan McKenzie and Logan Allen, who both were sent to the minor leagues. They've really had to scramble to piece together the rotation, and that's what they're trying to do here for the last 2 months.
Well, it's interesting. In the last 2 months, the stretch drive, you mentioned the day-night doubleheader today with the Minnesota Twins. Normally this time of year, I shouldn't say normally, but in a lot of cases, this is where the Guardians usually kind of stretch it out a little bit in the division. Now you've got the Twins in Kansas City, both kind of charging a bit, and the Guardians still out in front. This is going to be really interesting, Rosie, the next 6-7 weeks.
Yeah, and I think, look, if you go back to spring training, I don't think anybody foresaw the year that Cleveland was going to have, where for a long time they had the best record in all of baseball. You kind of thought if they were going to win the division, it would be a dogfight. Not quite sure who. Certainly the Twins, as the defending division champs, you figured they'd be there. But the Royals have been a really great surprise. And I'd be shocked if it didn't go down to the last week of the season with those 3 teams battling for the division title. And as of right now, they're all in the wild card. So that's really exciting for the Central Division and a change of what we've seen in the past. So I think it goes down to that last week and not only a division title, but perhaps playoff spots on the line.
Rosie, when you look at the Twins and studying, getting ready for the series this weekend, this is a team that's always been able to hit the ball decent and a little weak or shallow, I should say, in pitching. What's different about them this year, or are they the same type of club? How do you see them?
Kind of the same type of club. Their pitching's been a little bit better when healthy, but they've had some injuries there in the starting rotation too. But they obviously they can score some runs and hit for some power. They have Royce Lewis back, and that's a big boost for their lineup. So look, it's a team that's kind of battled to get to this point so far. I don't think they've played their best baseball yet, but they've been playing a lot better lately, and it should be a challenging weekend for sure.
All right, Rosie. Well, listen, I know it's a busy day for you, my friend. We'll look forward. Day-night doubleheader coming up today in the whole big weekend series against the Twins. Thanks for making time for me, man, my friend. I always appreciate it.
You got it, Ray.